And last but not least, we've got the game between Tottenham and Liverpool at White Hart Lane. Tottenham are always there or thereabouts, Steve, in the outright markets. Always an interesting punt in the top 4 and the top 6 markets. 8-1, I think, is the latest price on Tottenham to break into the top 4. Any chance at all of that happening? You think they've got a chance?
I think they've got a chance.
Do you really?
Yeah, I put it between, and I don't think there's as much as people maintain. I make this between Tottenham, Arsenal, and Man City for that 4th spot.
And maybe a bit more level than that price would suggest.
Yeah, I think certainly. I don't put an awful lot between these sides now.
They're not being talked about as much as maybe they have in the years of Martin Jol and Juan de Ramos. They were always talked about as that 5th team, weren't they? But I suppose City, in a way, have taken some of the pressure off Tottenham, haven't they?
Thunder, haven't they? Yeah.
And that might help them, I guess.
And Tottenham have spent really good money this season as well. Again, you know, it's gone under the radar a little bit, but they've been punting heavily again.
Yeah.
So
that's what they do, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
what
Redknapp
does.
You'd like to think now that they've, you know, possibly defensively are still, you know, there's still a few question marks to be answered, but squad-wise,
it's a good old squad.
We said about it last year,
we
didn't
did.
we? And we're thinking, you know, you name outside the top 4 in this country, 1 or 2 in other countries, you know, maybe Spain.
Yeah.
How many teams have got a stronger squad in Europe than Tottenham? And there aren't many.
You'd say 3rd in Spain, wouldn't you, behind the big 2?
Yep.
2nd or 3rd in Italy behind Inter, maybe.
Yeah,
possibly.
Up there
with Milan.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Top in France, probably, you know. So Bayern Munich, great squad. What do you think of the signings they made there, Steve? They got Bassong at the back, who I think you like as a player.
Yeah, he'll do a job for them.
Yeah.
I mean, he was very much not a last minute, but it was probably pushed through because of the injuries that they've got.
But he took to it, didn't he? And
but he'll be fine.
Talented player,
yeah, he is. Yeah, I mean, if they can get the best out of him, you know, pace and power, and you know, we know what some of these boys can do. I think, you know, Palacios is an excellent player. They've kept the majority and they've got a threat up front.
Yeah.
So I think they're a realistic proposition now to get top 4.
So you would consider them, would you, at 8-1 for that?
Yeah, and I think this is a fantastic little marker already for them. You know, Liverpool have had a poor pre-season.
Yeah.
1 or 2 question marks. The loss of Alonso certainly hasn't done them any favours.
Yeah.
The boy who's come in now is injured.
Yeah.
So I think this is
a big hole
good time to play for
there?
Tottenham. Good time for Tottenham to play Liverpool, and it's a good time for Tottenham to lay down some sort of marker as to what they're going to be doing this year.
Well, Tottenham are 40-17 to win the game at White Hart Lane this weekend. Liverpool are 13-10, and the draw is 12-5. You're talking about Tottenham possibly putting down a marker, Steve. Would you be looking at them at 40-17?
I don't think that's a bad bet.
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't be. If I had to pick the straights, that would be my bet on this one.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting bet. And also, you could look at the draw no bet option and all that type of thing on the game. Well, I've disagreed with Steve on the betting here. I've gone for the draw at 12-5. Not a bad price, but I suppose you're not really getting any value there because that tends to be the draw price on games. Second bet, it's a bit of a punt, this one. It's on Peter Crouch to score against his old club at 3-1. All those options that Tottenham have got in attack, there's no guarantee, of course, that Peter Crouch will play, although they've sold Bent now, so there's a bit more room up front. And Redknapp obviously wanted him. He spent a lot of money on Peter Crouch, so that's our second bet. Or, as Steve says, have a look at Tottenham to win the game at 40-17. And if you're an exchange player and you like lay bets as well as backing bets, maybe laying Liverpool at 13-10 to win an away game isn't bad, is it?
Not with the pre-season they've had,
Yeah.
and you know, Gerrard didn't play the other night against England, did he? And whether or not, I'd be interested to see the team that they actually stick out in that game.
Absolutely, that is
see
a short
the formation
price.
they go, how they're going to, will they put Gerrard in centre midfield and play 2 up front, or will they play Gerrard and put Lucas in midfield?
Yeah.
Will they play Lucas in midfield wide? And I think that's an interesting proposition. One to have a look at. If you're going to think of laying Liverpool, look at the team, look at the formation, you know, and then make a judgment call.
Yeah, and you think 13.
A skinny 13-10.
13-10 to lay an away team.
Away at Tottenham as well.
Away at Tottenham, and a few stats to back that up. Tottenham have lost only 5 of their 17 home games against Liverpool in the Premier League, and they need to lose it, of course, for you to lose that lay bet. So that's another way of playing it.
I think this week, with nothing to go on, I think that you need to have a look around, and this is not a week you're going to bet in every match, but there are certainly some decent bets, but you'd have to keep maybe 2 or 3 bets. It's possibly more about quality than quantity this week because we've got very little to go on. I mean, by the time we speak next week, I'll have seen every team play in a full game. I have much more idea of where we're going to go with this.
Next week, and then from then on will be the time to bet on more games than just a handful.